gentlemen, next up in our program is a special statement.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, this is the sad part of the night because, as you know, tonight El Generico was scheduled to challenge the American Dragon for the PWG title. But last night in England, Super Dragon and David Richards saw that this wouldn't happen. You know what, buddy? Just for you, a little bit later, I'm gonna kill him. In the meantime, I'm here to announce, because I don't think a lot of you speak Spanish, El Generico will not be competing tonight. He suffered a dislocated shoulder last night, but he still wanted to come out here and kind of force me to come with him to tell you fans on his behalf, thank you for being out here, and he's very sorry we can't wrestle, but he'll make it up to all of you as soon as he can.
Listen, I understand that you hurt your shoulder yesterday, but I wrestled with an injured shoulder for over 6 months. And if you want to be a champion, if you want to be a real champion, you'll wrestle me right here, right now. Too much of a pussy to wrestle me now, or what? Hey, why don't you just go to the back and nurse your injury like a coward, huh?
World champion Championship title match under some pretty crazy circumstances. El Generico's luggage was lost on the way here. He's injured from last night. You can see his shoulder is all taped up. His tailbone was very severely bruised, and he was scheduled to face American Dragon Bryan Danielson, and that is, but he didn't think he was going to be able to wrestle, but he was scheduled to face Danielson, but now Danielson catches Generico off of the top rope, but he was scheduled to face Danielson, didn't think he could do it, but Bryan Danielson made his way to the ring, and he challenged Generico. He said, if you don't face me now, you'll never get a shot at my title again, and so Generico had to put it all on the line in order to face Danielson tonight and get his shot, his rematch at the PWG World Championship. And we are experiencing some audio problems with this match. I'm not sure how it's going to end up, but this match has gotten underway, audio problems or not, as Bryan Danielson is just going to work on that shoulder of El Generico. El Generico almost like wearing a target on his shoulder, just a painted bullseye on his left arm.
That's right, and Bryan Danielson appealing to the crowd, and now just going after that arm, and that is the PWG World Champion right there, being so smart and taking out his opponent. It doesn't matter if El Generico has lost his luggage or not. This man's a consummate wrestler, and he will wrestle you no matter what. You could come in wearing a three-piece suit, and he would take you apart.
Indeed, and El Generico, it's not his style to wear a three-piece suit, but with the PWG World Championship on the line, Disco, I think he could be wearing a 10-piece suit, and he would still challenge Bryan Danielson for the title.
That's right, scurry to the rope right there. Bryan Danielson, just taking advantage, full advantage of the 5 count right there.
And just wrenching back on that arm, you can see heavily taped is the arm of El Generico as Bryan Danielson just goes to work on not only the arm, but the chest of El Generico with those uppercuts. And we're talking about the bruised tailbone, the severely bruised tailbone from thanks to the suplex on those unbreakable English tables last night in Portsmouth on night 2 of European Vacation 2. El Generico really received a tremendous beating at the hands of Superman and Davey Richards. And unfortunately for him, that was where his team lost the PWG World Tag Team Championship.
What a terrible 24 hours for El Generico. Losing his luggage,
losing his title, and perhaps losing the use of his left arm. Bryan Danielson has, I think, to say about it. And now Danielson just bridging back, wrenching on that arm of El Generico, and El Generico is he's reaching for the ropes, trying to escape from Bryan Danielson, but Danielson has got him in position. He's got him in great position here as he's, oh my God, look at that. He's got the left arm hammerlocked as he steps down on the right arm, brings him down into a pinning predicament, but El Generico able to kick out of the wood. But at what price? How much damage did he do to his arm to kick out of that hole?
And El Generico just tried to fight back, but slapped in the face unceremoniously by Bryan Danielson, the PWG World Champion, and now is challenging El Generico. Whoa!
And the match that Bryan Danielson won the PWG World Championship from El Generico over, it did have some inauspicious circumstances. Both men had wrestled previously in the evening. El Generico had just finished his match where he had won the PWG World Tag Team titles from Roderick Strong and Pac, and Bryan Danielson wrestled Necro Butcher earlier on in the evening. And so they have 2 hard-fought contests, and this is the third consecutive night that these 2 men have wrestled here on the European Vacation Tour. And it's strange circumstances where Bryan Danielson once again storms the ring and challenges El Generico. El Generico answers, and answering the call of Bryan Danielson didn't work out so well for El Generico the first time, and it remains to be seen if it works out, how it will work out for him in this match. But so far, not so good for El Generico, as you can see, really taking quite a bit of punishment on that left shoulder.
And Bryan Danielson just smelling blood right here, knowing that this is a challenge. It's like the title's on the line, so he's going to take it right to El Generico, not letting him up an inch. Saying he has a 5 count, absolutely.
And Bryan Danielson felt like he lost some ground as a champion, not being able to compete in the 2007 Battle of Los Angeles. He said if he had his druthers, he would have defended the title after a beautiful rolling soul up there by Danielson on Generico. If he had his druthers, he would have defended his title in every single match of the tournament that he was involved in. And so, we could have seen possibly four title defenses that weekend alone from Bryan Danielson if he had been healthy enough to compete in the tournament. But under doctor's orders, due to the fracture of his orbital socket, he was kept out of the tournament, and now he seems to be taking his revenge out on any man that he meets, defeating Austin Aries on the first night of the tour, defeating Martin Stone last night in England, and now just punishing the already injured El Generico here on the third night of European Vacation 2.
El Generico might not make it out of Germany. We might have to bury him at sea, as it were.
Maybe leaving his arm back in Germany, going home with a prosthetic. And you can see that left arm just hanging limply as Bryan Danielson just punishing El Generico. And he's really making the former champion work. Oh, now throws him into the ring post, shoulder first, and Generico spills to the outside of the ring.
Unbelievable. And willing to take a count out victory right here, just stomping in the head of El Generico. And this is a side of Bryan Danielson we rarely see, but it is vicious.
Well, I think Bryan Danielson's logic is that, injured or not, Danielson has wrestled injured on many occasions. Last night, he wrestled through a pretty severe stinger at the hands of Martin Stone, and he still came away with a victory. That's how much the PWG World Championship means to him. If it means a fraction of that to El Generico, lost luggage or not, injured shoulder or not, injured ass or not, El Generico should be in the ring. And oh my God, El Generico taking Bryan Danielson up and over the top rope. The suplex to the floor. Danielson goes crashing down, but El Generico goes crashing down after him. And Kevin Steen, Mr. Wrestling, there at ringside to cheer on his partner.
And rolled back in the ring is El Generico. And Kevin Steen, the biggest cheerleader at this point, right here, getting the German fans to get behind El Generico. And El Generico now getting some fighting spirit.
Generico going up to the top rope. He seems revitalized, injured shoulder or not, as Danielson very slow to make it to his feet. Generico flipping off the top rope, crashing down on Bryan Danielson. He landed completely on the chest of Bryan Danielson, and that still has to put quite a bit of punishment on the tailbone of El Generico.
And just encouraging him on. Bryan Danielson now rolling underneath.
Kevin Steen encouraging on El Generico.
Yes. And El Generico, having trouble even getting into the ring at this point.
Very gingerly rolls into the ring, and now Bryan Danielson in the sights of El Generico. Generico hammering Bryan Danielson in the face. Generico's injury does not seem to be slowing him down, as Bryan Danielson is just receiving quite a bit of punishment at the hands of El Generico. Generico just returning that punishment in kind that Bryan Danielson visited upon him earlier on in this matchup.
That's right, and now whipping Bryan Danielson into the corner, going for the haluva kick right here, signaling it.
Stomping in the fan, stomping along, but Bryan Danielson avoids it. Generico caught his crotch on the top rope, and the running knee strike catches Generico right underneath the chin. 1, 2 count as El Generico able to kick out. Bryan Danielson slashes the throat, going for the German suplex, high angle. 1, 2 count again as El Generico able to kick out.
And Bryan Danielson is thinking that that's a 3 count, questioning the referee.
But El Generico very slow to get up to his feet after that German suplex. Bryan Danielson, he realizes that he's not going to win the match by arguing with the referee, so he makes it up to the top rope, going for the diving headbutt. It would seem comes down, but El Generico gets his knees up, and Bryan Danielson gets a face full of knee from El Generico. Generico, of course, not wearing his knee pads underneath those track pants, so Bryan Danielson just had a bone-on-nose collision as he dove in with that headbutt, but Generico got his knees up and just smashed Bryan Danielson in the face.
And now he could be going for the brainbuster right here.
Now going for the shot. Bryan Danielson into an elbow shot of his own. Now these two men just trading elbow shots in the center of the ring. And rolling elbow from Bryan Danielson. And Danielson, he's psyching up the crowd, charging into the corner, goes for the running elbow strike. And now Generico with the haluva kick just leveled Bryan Danielson. Danielson looking as woozy as my broadcast colleague is here. And now Danielson again, recipient of another haluva kick, and the half and half, the Tiger suplex, 85 Generico covers, 2 count, very nearly a 3 count. Kevin Steen thought it was 3, El Generico thought it was 3, the fans thought it was 3, but the referee says it was only a 2.
Only 2 counted, and El Generico, what is he going to have to do? I mean, he's only going at it one-handed here, so I have to say the brainbuster possibly out of the equation right here.
I mean, he would have to try it with
he says he wants to go.
He's going for it, and now he's hoisting him up, but Bryan Danielson smashes him in the face with a knee, drives him down to the canvas, and hooks him in. He's got him in the cattle mutilation. That injured shoulder of El Generico has got to be feeling the effects as Bryan Danielson is just cranking back on the former champion, the former tag team champion, and El Generico, the only man to ever hold the double crown here in PWG, is now at the mercy of the current PWG World Champion Bryan Danielson in the very center of the ring. El Generico not yet to give up as he makes his way over to the bottom rope.
At the rope, and the ring here in Germany are a little bit smaller than the standard U.S. ring, and that may have saved his arm right there. It saved his title chance.
El Generico may have had up to 2 or 3 feet to go further each way in the United States ring, but that is not an issue now as Bryan Danielson just brutally assaulting El Generico with those elbows. The referee checking to see if El Generico is able to continue now. 1, 2, almost a 3 count, but El Generico somehow kicks out after Bryan Danielson found his mark with probably 20 elbows to the side and face of El Generico. And now again, continuing on with those elbow strikes, just torturing El Generico, but Generico reverses out of it and hits the elbow strikes of his own. Now just hammering on the head of the champion, hammering on the back of the champion. El Generico is the man possessed. Bryan Danielson swings for the fences, the boot to the side of the face. Generico hooks him in. He's got him up. Do it. 1, 2, almost a 3 count. El Generico very nearly reclaimed this PWG World Championship. Was a hair's breadth away from it, but Bryan Danielson still in this match, not ready to give up, not ready to throw in the towel, not ready to hand over the gold to El Generico. And El Generico has got a long way to go if he wants to defeat the champion, but he is exhausted, he is in pain, he is in agony as Bryan Danielson is crawling his way over to the corner. El Generico can very barely stand up on his own 2 feet, but now hoisting Bryan Danielson up to the top rope. He's got his legs over the top, the slap or the chop to the chest. He's got him hooked in, going for the turnbuckle brainbuster. Bryan Danielson is in a very, very bad position here as El Generico. Oh, now Bryan Danielson with the point of his elbow, hammering down on Generico's arm and drives him in shoulder first into the canvas. He's got him hooked in, flips over the top of the cattle mutilation. But Generico rolls onto Danielson's back, almost rolls him up for the 3 count. But Danielson was a step ahead of Generico. Oh my God, stomping his face. The arms of Danielson, or the arms of Generico captured by Danielson, and now stuck in the cattle mutilation. El Generico is fading fast. He's got nowhere to go. And Bryan Danielson has got him in the center ring. El Generico taps out. Bryan Danielson, after brutalizing El Generico, retains the PWG World Championship.